did something rarely seen. For just the 6th time in 123 years of Ohio State football, the team finished the season undefeated. And tonight, Buckeye Nation is celebrating their accomplishment. Thanks for joining us for this special presentation on 10.2 and 10TV.com. I'm Chuck Strickler. A sold-out crowd of 14,000 is packing St. John Arena for tonight's celebration, but we're giving you a front row seat to the event from your home. The festivities will officially begin tonight at 7 o'clock. But right now, the best damn band in the land is already getting the party started. Let's join the celebration live right now.
Next up, I'd like to introduce a group with a lot of different instruments. We call them the Stadium Brass. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce the 2012 Tuba Force. They'll be performing a song that's always applicable. It's called "We All Know That Michigan Sucks."
Tap, tap, tap.
And now, last but not least, the percussion cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, well, our team is undefeated this year. So is the band. It has been a season of great entertaining happening. halftime shows. In fact, the Ohio House and the Ohio Senate both honored the band this week for its accomplishments. And we can't go on without mentioning the Nebraska show, you know? The classic video games. We had 100,000 people in the stadium saw it, but more than 15 million people around the world visit YouTube. And they all got to find out what we mean when we say the best damn band in the land. Some real quick introductions. Our graduate assistant directors, Joshua Laux and John Brennan. Our percussion instructor, Aaron Bell. Dr. Chris Hogue is our assistant director. Of course, Jonathan Waters, the supporting director of the marching band, Bears and Sheriff. We've got drum major Kyle West and assistant drum major David Pettit, who's going to perform as well. And John, you want to get the band warmed up?
As we come down the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen, from the campus of the Ohio State University in Columbus, the pride of the Buckeyes, the Ohio State University marching band.
While we're waiting for the team, we're going to play some of the music we played for our halftime shows to honor the season. We're going to start out with our season opener against Miami. And a little bit of music from the Beach Boys. Got our assistant drum major, David Pettit. Well, at the Central Florida game, we featured some good old-fashioned funk. And Parliament's Tear the Roof Off the Sucker. Hey, give it up for the OSU Marching Band, Graduate Assistant Director Joshua Louts. Well, as you know, the Nebraska game was something special. So we're going to play the whole show for you. And that show was arranged by the man who's conducting it, our graduate assistant, John Brennan. Nobody's tried this before. You know, we started out playing a little, well, make that a big Space Invaders game on the field. Then we moved on to some of our favorite early Nintendo classics.
Pokemon! Pokemon! Tetris. Super Mario! Super Mario World! Drum Major Kyle S. Now the game Halo marked the end of the jaggy 16-bit era and opened the door to symphonic landscapes.
Then, as our finale, a story of good and evil, legend of Zelda Diddley, and the largest moving horse ever seen in Ohio State. Music from our classic video games. Thank you, John. At the Illinois Games, we saluted our patriots in arms, and the finale featured America the Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, hang on, Snoopy! Little Buckeye swag! Good evening, Buckeye Nation. I'm 10 TV's Dom Tiberi, and I got to tell you, it is a great honor to be with you tonight. Are you ready to celebrate perfection? In 123 years of Ohio State football, there have only been 6 perfect seasons. 6. 123 years, and tonight we celebrate these guys. What a year it has been. I've been doing this a while, 30-plus years, but this season certainly had the moments, the great wins, the come-from-behind wins. It was so much fun as we celebrate Coach Urban Meyer and his 12-0 Buckeyes tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the evening, Kroger, the Dispatch Media Group, and Nationwide Insurance. As many of you know, Columbus is my home. I was born here, I was raised here, I grew up a Buckeye fan. I think Columbus is the greatest city in America, personally. Right now, we would like to bring up the city of Columbus, the #1 fan, Mayor Michael Coleman.
All right, Buckeyes. Thank you. You know, I met these young men at their first practice, their very first practice, and I talked to them. I talked to them about responsibility on the field and off the field and being a role model in their communities and on this team. And I looked at them, and I told them, you know, what you do makes a difference. Makes a difference to the team, makes a difference to The Ohio State University, and a difference to the city of Columbus, and that it impacts thousands of people. And I knew that then that they were special men, but I didn't know how special they were and how special they are. And so, special people that do extraordinary things. This is an extraordinary accomplishment. To go undefeated, to go 12-0. It is almost impossible to accomplish, but it was accomplished this year. So these special men deserve special recognition. So I thought about what kind of recognition should this undefeated team have for the citizens of Columbus. And I thought about what powers I have as mayor. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna name a street after this team. Come up here. Come on here. When you're undefeated, take it down, rip off the sign. When you're undefeated, what do? You have the name of the street, 12-0 Road. We will name a street to be selected. And we'll have Urban Meyer help put up the sign, along with the captains of this team, 12-0 Road. How about that? Buckeyes, go Bucks!
Thank you very much, Mr. Meyer. Ohio State is a city within a city. We're talking about one of the largest universities in the world. But I must say, Ohio State is blessed with an outstanding leader in charge. No question, he's an innovator. He's a man of vision. He certainly has more energy than of anyone I've ever seen. And he gave Coach Urban Meyer only his best plays this year. He's the man with the bow tie, President Igor DeGee.
Best fans in the land. Best fans in the land. Give everyone a round of applause. Best students in the land. Give you guys a round of applause. Best damn band in the land. Give these guys a round of applause. And we love our cheerleaders. So, here we are. 12-0, and we beat Michigan. Now that is perfection, isn't it? Hey, Mayor, thank you very much for 12-0 row. I'll put it in front of my house. So anyway, and we are grateful for the support of this city. We're grateful for the support of our community. And by the way, these guys played for the pride of 11.6 million Ohioans. Everyone loves those guys. It's a great day for us. You know, it's a mark of character when what they can do is they do it for themselves, they do it for their school, they do it for our students, they do it for the state. They do it knowing that what they have in front of them is a great challenge. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this team has represented the greatest challenge that we can possibly imagine. And so they deserve every accolade we're giving them tonight. And those seniors, and think about this, those seniors could have transferred. They could have gone other places. They had the opportunity. They stayed with us. That's a mark of character. And of course, they brought great pride to this university. You know, this is the largest, most complex, most interesting, most important university in America. And we had the best football team in America, right? And we had the best coach and coaching staff in America, right over here. So, on behalf of the university, I thank the fans, I thank all of you for being here this evening, and most importantly, I thank you for loving this institution, and I thank the love that these guys have given back to us. Everyone have a great evening. Go Bucks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gee. When Coach Urban Meyer was hired a little over a year ago, he made it his mission. He said he wanted to make the great state of Ohio proud of its football team. Well, I ask you tonight, Buckeye Nation, are you proud of your football team? You know, anytime there's change with a new coaching staff, new ideas, there's always a learning curve. Coach Meyer told us that he began to see things make a change at Michigan State. With the help of the senior leaders, this football team began to believe. You know, they did give us some great moments along the way. There were come-from-behind wins. There were overtime victories, but you know, the theme remained the same. this football team always found ways to win. They refused to lose, which brings us tonight. And the celebration of a 12-0 perfect season. As I mentioned, it's only happened 6 times. Buckeye Nation, let's hear it for the best coach in the country, Coach Urban Meyer.
Thank you very much. Dom and I are going to do a little question and answer. Before we get going, I'm going to finish with introducing some important people. But before we introduce our players, I want to make sure that we give a nice round of applause for a group of people that moved from all over the different parts of the country. 8 of my 9 coaches came back home to the great state of Ohio. So I want you to say a big thank you to the best coaching staff in college football, our coaches. Another thank you would be to the better halves of that best coaching staff in college football, the coaching staff's wives, right over here. Now, if we're going to do that, we're going to do it right. I'd like the coaching staff's wives to please stand up so everybody can recognize you and give you a round of applause. There you go.
Well, Coach, you talk about at Michigan State, you saw something in your football team that, not sure what Brutus is doing. You saw something in your football team that you liked, and that you saw something that you thought they got it. What was that? What happened?
Well, the journey, I'm going to go ahead and take it and run with this, Don, for a second, because I think it's real important that, that this great football team, it's not just a bunch of numbers and helmets and faces behind that helmet. I want to talk a little bit about what happened. The journey started. Ohio State's had a great tradition, great years past. A new coaching staff comes in. There's some adversity, and it's really a blind leap of faith for them to follow a brand new coaching staff and maybe doing it a little different than it's been done in the past. There was a lot of resistance. There was a lot of pushback. Guys worked hard. However, they never really played with purpose. There was a bunch of guys out there who went through spring practice. To be quite honest, we were very average, to maybe below average in a lot of areas. And then our mission was real clear. We made it clear to our players we want to make the great state of Ohio proud. That mission was enhanced in the summer when we found out we had really something, we had purpose all of a sudden. That purpose was a great group of young men that didn't have to stay. We got hit with sanctions in December, and every one of these young men, these senior class, they could have left. They're great human beings. I wasn't quite sure. We had a meeting, and I wasn't quite sure why they stuck around. I recruited them really hard because I really didn't know them, but I wanted them back. I knew our chance to win because there's pretty good players in that class. But I really didn't quite understand why they stayed. Throughout spring off-season, spring practice, and summer, as we got ready to go play, I figured it out real quick. It's because this will go down as one of the great senior classes in Ohio State University history. And a team that plays without purpose is just a bunch of guys running around making mistakes, playing hard, sometimes winning games, losing games. A team with purpose and talent, that's when magical things happen. This team all of a sudden started to sense deep purpose, and that purpose was very clear: win as many games as we can for this unselfish group of seniors. And our guys did that.
They found ways to win. They showed so much grit. I mean, what was it? I mean, Coach, this is hard. 12-0 is not easy.
Well, if you go back the first 4 games, first 3 or 4 games, in coach speak, it was not very pretty. It was a team finding ways, once again, finding ways to win against Alabama, Birmingham. We had to, Braxton had to scramble, make a play to win a game against Cal. Not a very good-looking team. Were in scarlet and gray that day. However, they found a way to win. Then something magical happened that I'd like to share with our student body as well. Something happened on September 29th at about 11:22 in the afternoon. We went to East Lansing, and it was there that myself, our coaching staff, and our group of players, we had a very honest conversation, and I made it clear to them, and our coaching staff made it clear to them, there's some bad stuff about to happen unless we figure this out. We start to come together, play with purpose, and we opened our hearts that day to play for one another, to play for this great university, to play for our families, but most importantly, we're playing for each other. And that's when it all changed that day in East Lansing, Michigan.
You know, there were a lot of great wins this year, but I got to ask you about one on November 24th against that team up north. Your first win as the head coach of the Buckeyes. You grew up watching these guys. You always want to beat those guys. You were quite emotional on the sidelines, weren't you, Coach?
You know, when something happened about really early in the week, we found out our heart and soul. I had a bad feeling that number 54, John Simon, there's a chance he might not play in this game. After having his best game against Wisconsin, he had 4 sacks. And later in the week, they kept telling us there's a chance. Deep in my heart, I knew something bad it wasn't going to happen. And Friday afternoon, they tried a lot of things, and it just wasn't working out. So that put a lot of pressure on our players, a lot of pressure on our coaches to overcome not our best player, our captain, our leader, not playing. The emotions went wild. Our defensive team played with purpose. Our entire team played with purpose to get John Simon that game ball.
Well, Coach, we're going to bring the seniors up here. I want to ask you real quick about John Simon. After that game, he was given the game ball. Talk about what John Simon meant to this club.
Well, John Simon, I talked to Mike Vrabel as his position coach, and unfortunately, Mike got him in really his second year of coaching and might not ever have another shot to coach a guy like that again. So if you say, what's the face of Ohio State football, this team will be forever remembered as one of the 6 teams that went undefeated. John Simon's who this football team is. With your help, I'd like to recognize one of the greatest senior classes in Ohio State history. One at a time, I'm going to bring them up. First young man out of St. Albans, New York, will graduate in January 2012. Kareem Stevens, come up here, Kareem. Next young man, out of Belleville, Ohio, defensive lineman Dalton Britt. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio, linebacker Rosso Torek. Biology major, going to graduate in December, go on and be a doctor. Love this guy. Started for me on special teams from Gahanna, Ohio. Linebacker Stuart Smith. A backup quarterback, he's been with us for 4 years, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Justin Seams. Safety out of Blacklick, Ohio, Vinny Petrella. Out of Carrollton, Texas, D lineman William McCrary. Very valuable member of our football team. Special teams, played wide receiver and corner. Three-time letter winner out of Dublin, Taylor Rice. Appeared in 49 games, four-year letter winner, fullback out of Coldwater, Ohio, Adam Holman. Four-time letter winner. Played in 44 games, total career 91 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. Will graduate in summer of 2013, Newark, Ohio. Linebacker Storm Klein. Averaged 41 yards per punt for us out of Westerville, Ohio. Did a great job, certainly in our last game. Punter Ben Buchanan. One of my favorite guys, extremely unselfish player. I've already graduated, has a BA in marketing, appeared in 33 games. Very instrumental in all of our special teams. Safety, Zach Domicone. Was a tight end to start his career. We moved him to offensive line in January this past year. Became one of the best offensive tackles in the Big Ten. From Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan. Offensive lineman, right tackle, Reed Fragel. From St. Petersburg, Florida, appeared in 49 games, finished his career with 131 tackles, 6 interceptions, 2009 academic All-Big Ten, critical playmaker for us this year. Our safety, Orion Johnson. From Dublin, Ohio, 53 receptions, 714 yards, 13 TDs. Four-time letter winner, had a big play up in State College, a 70-yard touchdown reception to put the game away. Number 11, wide receiver, tight end, Jake Stoneburner. From Miami, Florida, OSU scholar athlete, two-time academic All-Big Ten. Will graduate this spring, appeared in 43 games. First team All-Big Ten, played his best year of football this last year. Number 7, corner, Travis Howard. From Villa Park, Illinois, 51 games he played, 86 total tackles, was elected captain of this 2012 team. Our nose guard, Garrett Goebel. By far his best year and most meaningful year as an Ohio State football player. 3-year letter winner, honorable mention All-Big Ten, should have been All-Big Ten, 119 total tackles, 5 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, 1 interceptions. 1 interception, has already graduated. Our captain and one of our great leaders, Adian Sabino. One of the great stories, arguably, in Ohio State history and certainly of this season in college football in general. The essence of what college football and team sports are all about, putting team before self. He appeared in 51 games. He started at fullback, was probably the best fullback in the Big Ten. Midway through the season, we had some injuries at linebacker. On a Tuesday practice, I went over and I asked number 44, I said, we need you on defense. Within 10 minutes, he was a starting middle linebacker at Ohio State. He will graduate in spring 2013 from Pickerington, Ohio. Our captain, number 44, is Zach Bourne. He appeared in 50 games, led the Big Ten with 9 sacks, 14.5 tackles for loss this year. Totaled 153 tackles, 21 sacks, 46 tackles for loss. A two-time captain, 2011 and 2012. Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Ten. First team All-Big Ten the last two years, 2011, 2012. 4-time letter winner. One of the all-time greats to ever put on a scarlet and gray jersey. Our heart and soul from Youngstown, Ohio, captain, number 54, John Simon.
Let's hear it for these seniors. Coach, how about if we have the captains stay up here? We'll talk to the captains, the 4 captains a little bit as they look at me with trepidation. And if the rest of you could...
Real pretty. I mean, well, the future's bright, man. We have a lot of talent on this team. Sky's the limit for this team. Go Bucks.
All right, Zach Bourne, middle of the week. You're the fullback at Ohio State, middle of the season, rather. And Coach Meyer comes up and says, hey, Zach, we need you to play linebacker. What was your reaction, and which position did you enjoy more this year?
I'm not going to answer the last part of that question, but you know, Coach Meyer came to me, and I just wanted to help out any way I could. Sabino broke his leg, and he's a big part of our team, so I knew filling his shoes would be hard, and it was a big spot. But I just went out and, you know, along with his team, you know, showed hard work, put in extra time, and became successful at it.
There goes Zach. Garrett Goebel, you finish your career at Ohio State with a win over that team up north. How much fun was it after the game, beating those guys, and the way the fans stormed the field? What was it like? Because I saw you look like you were having a heck of a time out there.
Well, it's always great to beat those guys from up north, and especially in front of all you guys. And it's something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And it was just awesome seeing Carmen, Ohio, with all you guys down on the field with us. Go Bucks.
Etienne, do you have a favorite moment from this season? And what do you think you're going to miss the most now that the career's over?
Wow, favorite moment. It's hard to pick one, but I would say the overtime win versus Wisconsin was my first game back, and I was just happy to be on the team. I mean, be on the field with my teammates. And I'm definitely going to miss the fans. There's nothing like Buckeye Nation, so I'm definitely going to miss that.
How much fun is it coming out of that tunnel?
you can't put that into words. The butterflies from day one to my last time out in the shoe, I had butterflies. So you can't put that into words. It's amazing.
Finally, John, we know you wanted to play against that team up north, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But your teammates delivered the victory. You were very emotional on the sidelines, and after the game, they presented you with the game ball. What did that mean to you?
Well, I told the guys in the locker room it meant everything to me. I was very disappointed I couldn't go out there with them, but they went out, played lights out, and you know, I've never been more proud of a group of guys in my life. And I made sure that they knew that game ball was a team award, and someone stepped up for us every game. So it's not just an individual award. That was a team season, and we appreciate you guys. Go Bucks.
Let's hear it for these four captains, folks. Don't leave. Don't leave. Coach Meyer, we need you back up here, too, if we can. Don't leave, guys. Right now it's time for this football team to be officially recognized by the Big Ten Conference. At 12-0, the Buckeyes are the champions of the Leaders Division. Champions! And to handle those duties, it's my pleasure to introduce a young man that certainly dazzled us all during his playing days. Please welcome Heisman Trophy winner, Troy Smith.
OH. See, I guess when you got a little bit of experience handling heavy trophies, they get you in situations like this, you know, so. And also, too, it means a lot to be here with these guys and to be in front of Buckeye Nation. And it's only been done 6 times. 12-0 is an amazing feat. And Coach Meyer, for you to do it in your first year, we got a good one. So hopefully we keep them. Go Bucks.
Let's hear it one more time. The Big Ten Leaders Division champions, the 12-0 Buckeyes. You know, this has been a great night. I can only think of one way that this night should end. Please rise for the singing and playing of Carmen, Ohio.